Give me a chat if you can, and I got to figure out what's in the way here. Something's happening. Oh, that thing. Hold on a second. We're having some technical difficulties today. I'm walking out to the boat shed. Spackles, why didn't you help me with this? Let me attach this to the side. And entry. Now we had a little problem. I had this thing set up to start ahead of time, this live stream, but then when I went to put it on the phone instead of the computer, I couldn't get it to work. So I had to switch over to this. So I apologize for anybody that was waiting. But here is the Century. We're going to look at the Century first, then we're going to talk about a couple other things. Can anybody give me a chat if you're getting audio and it's not windy, hopefully? Somebody throw a chat up there if they would, and I'll keep going while that's happening. Or tell me that I'm having problems, one or the other. So this is a 1954 Century, 16-foot resorter, 09. Okay, are we back, I hope? Oh, this is going to be a fun technical difficulty day, I can see. Maybe it's because of the clouds. But anyway, back to the Century. There's the original name, LV2. It is a 1954. This was run a couple years ago and then put up. The plan is to take this motor, try starting it, see if it runs. If it does, just winterize it again and set it aside for the future. And then I'll start taking things off, like all the chrome, the gauges, and set that stuff aside to be chromed. But the first big thing that... Now, overall, the boat's not in bad shape, but there are issues, and definitely needs a new bottom. You can see there's a piece right here that's been tacked on the outside. The frames aren't in great shape in some places, so those are going to have to be replaced. But as far as the size of this project compared to Unbeknownst, this is a much smaller boat. It's 2 feet shorter, but it's also not quite as beamy. So putting a 5200 bottom on this, like I'm planning on, won't be that bad of a project as far as the amount of materials and the amount of work. You can see it's got a pretty cool wheel. The gauges are in pretty good shape. There's a lot to be done, don't get me wrong. But it's a great candidate for restoration. All the parts are there, all the pieces. It's got a nice trailer that fits it. So let's go inside. Are we there, people? I hope so. Now the timer's going again. Good, so we're working again. Here's inside. You can see that the seats all work. The ceilings and the margin board and everything are done on this side. So this is now ready to be all stained and varnished in here. So the next thing I'll have to do with all this is take all these pieces back out, and including taking the deck off, put the first coat of stain and varnish on the deck off of it, and then reinstall it. When it's off, I will be putting the bilge paint on all these pieces of wood that support it. Most of the stuff in there you can see is painted gray, but there's a few new pieces that aren't. Let me open this one up. The back sides of these will get gray with the bilge paint. All the seats, this will be varnished, this little nice piece on top. And these seats will be painted. The front side of this will be painted the blue. The floor will be gray like in the front. This will be blue. These are getting left open like this. They're going to be for towels. I bought some towels that match the boat that'll just sit in there in the open and won't get mildewy. Up here, this is all pretty much done except for painting the seats. That floor is all finished. The dash is in really good shape. I think we might need some glass in the windshield. That's coming. So we're doing pretty well on that. Now there's a couple other things I wanted to talk to you guys about. I've got a list here, a handy list. I don't want to forget anything. So I just signed up for a couple of classes at the Antique Boat Museum. I'm going to flip you guys over here. Ah, there I am. So like I said, I just signed up for a couple of classes at the Antique Boat Museum. One is the class for making a hand plane, and right from scratch, a wooden hand plane. The other one is bronze casting. You'll find the bronze casting is October. I think the hand plane class is maybe in August. But just look those up, abm.org. I'm also going to help with the lines class and the lofting class. I'm going to be helping Mike there, the Boatwright. So you guys check that out at abm.org. The classes are really reasonably priced. There's going to be a lot of cool information there, and it's a fun thing to do, take a class at the Boat Museum. We've already gone over the Century. I'm looking at my list here. The boat shed, as you can see in here, things aren't looking too bad in the boat shed. Soon, unbeknownst, we'll be out of here, and then we can give this place a good cleaning and bring the Century in here just to get it out of the weather. Also, unbeknownst is going to be going to the Wine Country Classic Boat Show, that chapter of the ACBS, the Antique and Classic Boat Society, in Hammond's Port. I live in Hammond, but this show is in Hammond's Port, New York, where my son lives, at the bottom of Keuka Lake. So that's down in the Finger Lakes. And next time I do a video, I'll show you guys a map so you can see where that is. It's about 3.5 hours for me. But definitely, unbeknownst, is going to be in the water, and I'll be doing a talk there. So that's really cool. Just got that all figured out. The skiff is coming along, and I'll be back on that this week. And upcoming still are episodes about Old Time World, which you've seen a little bit of, but it'll be a full episode on Old Time World. And also the Blue Ridge Rendezvous down in Georgia that I went to. I'm going to be doing an episode about that. I just haven't had time to properly edit those episodes yet, between working on Unbeknownst and all the other stuff that's been going on. So I apologize for all the bad hookup and this not being in the right place and the way the technology worked. I thought I had this all down, but I've never started on the computer to put it in ahead of time and then switch to the phone. Seems that you can't do that, because I couldn't find where you could use the phone after doing it originally on the computer. So next time, I'll use the phone to get it started. So this will be up for anybody that didn't manage to get here at this time. This will be up as a recording, and I'm going to watch it and realize just how bad of a job I did. Let's go take a quick look at the Century again with a little distance. Here's the hand plane making class. Those are pretty cool hand planes. So check that out, abm.org. There's the Century. It's looking a little cloudy out here. I'm going to give it another 15 or 20 minutes and see what the weather does. There's a little bit of wind. I'm going to go get in the fiberglass skiff, which is down at Oak Point. Right about over there it is, down in the water already waiting for me. And I'm going to go rowing and finish my day off with a nice row. Oh yeah. This thing that you've seen a lot is going away too. This will be sold very soon. There's my new truck over there. So I'm glad you guys showed up. Whoever did manage to figure out they had to switch from one to the other, I apologize for all the mess. I'm going to go for a row, and I'll see you guys with a regular episode next week. Thanks, everybody.